All right, so majority of everything that I had coming into today was pretty much a range break to the upside, and we had like this crazy tank during pre-market. So you can see SPY and Qs within seconds. We're just back at the previous day low. So I am looking at Tesla here to my left-hand side. It would be a break and retest under the previous day low, just because that was already showing relative weakness compared to the market. You can see SPY and Qs starting to try and bounce around this previous day low area. Um, Apple's pretty heavy. Let's see if we can get like a range break on 308. Apple, Palantir, really no downside here. Still stuck in this range on the weekly. This 162 was a range breakout on the weekly time frame. So a handful of things setting up here. You can see SPY and Qs are trying to bounce here at this bottom. And then I will keep an eye out on Qs if we can get a break under the 735 here. So if it's strong, I'll play the breakout here with a very tight at 5%. So let's see what we end up doing. Got about a minute here. I mean, a second, excuse me. Okay. Pretty strong push here on Nvda. I'm got Nvidia, today's expiration here. 215 calls on Nvidia. See if we can get above this. It's for volatile open here. So both SPY and Q is pretty much just trying to bounce at the bottom of this range here. Let's look for a pullback here on Nvidia off of this 218. It's exactly what we wanted here. I'm looking at the I'm looking at the 220 calls on Nvidia. Today's expiration 220. That's the most volume there, around roughly 30,000, 32,000. See if we can get a pullback here. All right, nothing there. Apple, nothing there. Microsoft, no. Okay, cool. Nice. Market's pushing, so SPY pretty much pulled back here, held to 755, giving us a nice bounce. I'm looking at the 220 calls here on Nvidia, 220 calls here on Nvidia. Today's expiration. We play Wednesday if you want to be a little bit more conservative. I'm watching this. I want to see this candle close here on Nvidia. Keep trying to pull back a little bit here. SPY trying to pull back a little bit.  'Cause. 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 ' See what we do. Fingers on the trigger. I'm long Nvidia. I took that. Very tight stop here. Nice. Market's pushing. Part of the retest here. I'm not giving this too much room at all. There we go. There we go. SPY Q's is pushing. I need Nvidia to do the same. Manage this on your own. As soon as you see that 10+%, just get out. Oh my gosh. All right. One more little push here for me. I'm out. Let's go. Please tell me you caught that. What a trade. Beautiful break and retest over 218. I'm out there. Bro, those contracts moved on the zero. Did you catch that? Were you able to catch that? I know that was quick. This is $1.75 move. W's in the chat, you know? W's in the chat. What was your percentage return on that? I was a little patient trying to get this pop there. Beautiful, bro. 16%. That's a dot. I was able to get 20 on that. What a trade. What a way to start off the week. So you were risking 5% to make 16%. That's a great RR. It's a great trade, bro. Good way to start off the week. This was a range break here on the video. I really wanted that. That was beautiful. What a trade. Yeah, SPY and Q's pulled back pre-market. SPY helped this 755 perfect, causing everything else to kind of bounce. So you got a beautiful break and retest here over Nvidia over this 218. That was solid. 1280. Good trade. 1280. Since the market tanked pre-market, like there's no more key levels. Actually, let's be patient. Let's see if Q's can get up to the 742. Uh, I want some ways away. I'm gonna watch Q's here. See if Q's can give me something. Only we could just get clean break and retest like that every day. That was beautiful. Just proper displacement. Look at these two. I mean, that's just beautiful. That's just a dot. That was one of the main plays coming into today. Like I said, a break over this, you're getting a break and retest over the previous day high and the previous week's high. That was that was just screaming to keep this on the main watch. My only concern was like getting the breakout during pre-market. And then I was looking at this on the 15 minute to my right hand side, and I just saw that this thing was ripping. So I just automatically switched to that. Palantir's trying to come back up too on this range break. Or from 218 to 220, I mean, almost 221. Zero down close candles, but it's zeros. So that's why I just want to sell into that momentum push. Like you got a quick 16%. I got a quick 20. Yeah, that's solid. Let's see here. Yeah, still this inside bar day here. So nice to find this key level here, kind of just getting respected. It's a key level on the 1 hour. It is being respected though. Like I said, we're at all-time highs, so I've just been working with what I got here. Palantir. Yeah, Palantir's trying to come back up. It was definitely right about Tesla being relatively weak compared to the market. It just tanked under the previous day low, but never got a retest of anything. Tesla's been a little tricky lately. Really haven't touched it too much. I expected Tesla to really have a better year. It really hasn't done too much this year. Let's see, I think year to date, Tesla's like red. 6 months, yeah. Yeah, year to date, Tesla's like red on the year. Crazy. It's just been in a downtrend the entire year. Like whole year, this thing's just been in a downtrend. Expected better. Material's looking a little strong here. I really wouldn't expect too much movement from it. We'll see. Today's Monday. You can only play Friday's expiration. So I think we got the best move. And that was just spot on relative strength compared to the market on Nvidia. Like, that wasn't even my main focus. It was on the close watch list, but I thought we would be ways away. Still an inside bar day here on the overall market. So we'll see. We do have red folder news at 7 a.m. So something to keep in mind. This is a range from the weekly, so you could see a rejection up here. One pound here. Volume's not that high for puts. I don't want to just wait this 15 minutes to see what we do for red folder news. Yeah, pretty extended here. I need like a down close red candle. Yeah, just six up clean candles. If we can get like this candle to close red. Yeah, this is nice. This is really nice. I like to see this reaction. That looks really good. Key level being respected on the dot here. Pretty clean price action here on Palantir, actually. Yeah, that's a solid level. So we're still like rejecting this range here on Palantir. That's literally the reaction you would want to see. Yeah, I mean that's it's on the dot. So we're still in this range on the weekly time frame. This is a very strong weekly resistance level. Want to see what we do at 7. We do have 7 a.m. red folder news. Not the best looking price action today on the overall market. We did have a crazy drop pre-market, so we had a pretty big move back to the downside. I would say the market's doing pretty good trying to recover here, but still an inside bar day. Visual looks better here. So this 755 is being held very well here on SPY. Very well. Yeah, not the best looking price action. SPY cues. Yeah, it's also just, let's see. Apple's still in this range. Yeah, oh, that's not too bad. Solid. This is just a place setting up. Even if we don't get it tomorrow, I mean today, it's definitely something I'm looking for tomorrow because then it's over the previous day high as well. Based on how everything is looking, I think we took our best. I think we took the best shot here. Yeah, nothing on Tesla, nothing on Apple. You can see Q's and SPY, nothing there. Inside bar day, crappy price action. Palantir was a clean move, but this was on my close watch coming in the market open too. But we ended up just pulling back here pre-market. Crazy tank at open. Very nice recovery. Very, very nice recovery. We can see if that sets up. If it's a little too slow, maybe skip it. I really wouldn't touch anything right now until red folder news pass. So we'll see what that does. Quick work day. I'm definitely open to taking another trade if it sets up. Market's been pretty slow, so if I get more than one opportunity in a day and it's a high probability shot, I'm definitely going to take it. There's no correlation between trades. This 162 is going to be nice if or when we get that on Palantir. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but that's going to be nice. Nvidia was just like an easy bread and butter. Like if you guys watched that pre-market, coming into today, Nvidia was just easy. Right? This was just old support. We were stuck in a range. We broke the range. We turned it into resistance, respected it very well, and then just turning it back into support. We drew this up yesterday, still very bullish on the higher time frame. Had this bull flag setting up on the daily time frame. So this was very, very easy. And then the confluence here, I mean, you can see all of last week, we really just sat sideways, right? So the confluence here was you're getting over the previous day high and the previous week's high. So that was just a high probability shot over 218. Psychological whole number as well. And then as you can see on the 1 minute time frame, This thing got respected on the dot. That was beautiful. It's kind of the price action we've been missing. Everything's just been so extended or just at all-time highs or just stuck in a range. So funny enough, I thought coming into today, I was about to get like a trade on SPY and Qs just for continuation higher. And then you can see pre-market, which is wild. We just had this crazy drop. We were sitting up here. I'm like, all right, this looks really good. Continuation here and crazy drop. Yeah, that's a crazy, crazy candle here on the 1 hour. We basically went red to green on a 1 hour candle. I just show you how strong buyers really stepped up here on Palantir. Maybe this dip can get bought up. Yeah, the volume and the open interest is way higher here on calls on Palantir compared to puts. We'll see what we do here at 7. This general area being held a little bit. Low a day. Got about 3 to 4 minutes here. Here's red folder news. 765. Still very low. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that's a beautiful reaction there on Palantir off of that. That was just a super. Got about a minute here, 30 seconds. See if we can see reaction. This red folder news. Okay, so red photo news were good. Forecast is 53.3. Actual numbers were 54. And then right now, orange photo news are pending. Okay, so orange photo forecast was 85.3. Actual was 82.1. So not a crazy reaction here. You definitely see a reaction, but not a crazy reaction. Maybe I spoke too soon. Use it live for a second. Oh, why am I tripping? Yeah, you can see anytime SPY kind of gets in this general area of 755, you do see some buyers step up here. It's this. Man, I don't know why this is lagging for me. I don't have time for that right now. I'm gonna call here at 7:30. I got a 20% trade, which was a 4-to-1 ROI for me. So I'm not gonna force anything. If Q's and SPY just continues to hold this bottom of the range, it's pretty much just an inside bar day. We're just ranging. That's just what it's looking like to me. So regarding tech names, really nothing else setting up, at least that I see. You can see not the best price action here. Some nice downside here on Qs, and then you can see SPY is just pretty much sitting in this general area. SPY really hasn't moved much on the intraday, about $1.70. So Qs is a little heavier. Qs is already under the lower day here. Yeah, so for us to be able to catch the Nvidia trade was pretty big deal, only because, like I said, everything like dropped. You can see here everything like dropped pretty heavy pre-market. So the range that I'm seeing on SPY and Qs, um I'm not too shocked. Pretty exhausted. We already had such a big move. Pre-market SPY was sitting at 659.26, and we dropped all the way down to 754. So you had such a big move. Now we're just really not doing much. You can see we barely moved on the intraday here. Nice double bottom low day bounce here on Qs. You see we have this general area. Yeah, it's strong seller sitting at the 756.70 here on spot. Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna close up shop here at 7:30. I'm just seeing what we're doing. Yeah. Mm, uh, mm. Maybe that balance here. Damn, yeah. This looks good. This looks really good. This is setting up. Like to see that reaction on the dot like that, that has me intrigued. Look at that. Look at that. Respect your key levels. The higher the time frame, the stronger the level. This 162, I'm waiting for that, man. That's a big deal. All right, like I said on the pre-market plan weekly outlook, this is all Palantir's been doing so far this year. It hasn't done anything. It's been stuck in between 162 and 126, which is ranging back and forth. So, we had a very big candle here last week. We had that bull flag break here on the weekly. We can get above that. man, we got clear shots towards highs on the year, and then maybe we can get all the way up to all-time highs. So this is a very big deal. This 162, that looks good. It's definitely gonna be on my main watch this week. Yeah, look how aggressive, man. That's on a dot. Look how aggressive sellers stepped up at this level. Such a strong key level. We basically pushed this back down, almost back to the lower day. The dot. And then when you look across the board, just really not the cleanest price action today. We got the best move on Nvidia just because it was around open, so we have very clean and strong momentum. Other than that, SPY's trash. Q's, I'll give them some grace. They did tank during pre-market, so you already had such a big move before we already opened. That's Nvidia. Yeah, like when you got to zoom out here when you're always stuck on the 1 minute, 2 minute. Kind of confuses you, but you get the bigger picture here. Like Q's hasn't done anything today. Very tight range. SPY hasn't done anything today. Very tight range. So I'm sorry, actually I should mark this out because that's the previous day high. So yeah. Out of curiosity, I don't even have key levels marked on Amazon on AMD. I'm not even trading this name. For those who are wondering why, this is why. Look at these contracts, bro. It's unreal. You did get a very nice pop and fade off the previous day low though. Straight flush to the lower day. It's a solid trade there. You got these wicks above, a little bit of a liquidity grab, scare you out of your trade for a loss, and then it flushes. I do not trust SPY. Yeah, Nvidia's doing its thing for sure. There's a very strong level here on the SPY, on the intraday at least. Let's see. Yeah, that's solid. I'm just gonna have a long trend. Yeah, that's a solid trade. Typically, I go into my trades for like so far this year. I've only just been like keeping my average around 10K, a little over. It's never gonna be on the dot when things move pretty fast. So I went into that trade with like roughly 13K. So that was like a $2,600 trade. That was solid. Good way to start the week. There's always tomorrow. That's what traders have to remember. There's always tomorrow. Yeah, that was great risk management. That was a dot. I knew I was gonna sell in this pot. Like playing with zeros, you gotta be aggressive, but you need that to work out like right away. So I was very patient on that entry. I wanted to read this price action. I don't really like entering candles. This has definitely helped your win percentage. I don't really like entering candles on a retest when it's a big wick off of it. I prefer the candle to close around it and then a new candle to form here. That's 10 times better, in my opinion. Because technically, if this candle wicks, you enter it long and the candle didn't close, And then if it comes back down, it was like, yeah, maybe I should have waited for the candle to close. So I don't really like entering off the big wicks. It kind of skews your risk to reward. So this is like, these are my favorite, right? When we get the candle closure at the key level, then we can see what this next candle does. Do we get a strong momentum push off of it? Do we fall under it? So that was textbook. Yeah, we showed up in here for 20. I know these contracts did backflips. All right, definitely gonna call it here. I was gonna try and be greedy a little bit and try and take a zero on SPY on like this range break, but price action is just not even worth it. It's just a terrible day. Let's find cues. Like, look at the price action here compared to what we did, Friday, and then look what we're doing today. So very, very compressed tight range, doing nothing, absolutely nothing. So it's just not even worth the risk. There's always tomorrow. So good stuff. Quick work day, not even an hour into market open. Palantir though, I'm watching this on the week. It's either going to do two things. One, what it already did, which is reject the top of this range. All you got to do is look left. History likes to repeat itself. You can see every time this year, we pushed up in a 162. Sellers keep stepping in, pushing this thing down. So either one, right now we just got the rejection at the top of the range, and we can see some downside making its way back down to 126, or we're going to get that range break on the weekly. It's one or the other, one or the other. So you want a higher probability shot? You know what this is. This is our no trade zone. Nothing in here. We're taking. We're in a range on a weekly. We were waiting for this. We were waiting for that. This is setting up. So let's see what we do. But today, that was a beautiful reaction off of 162. So far, we're still above the previous week's high. So we'll see. Still very early in the week. We'll see. Really want to take advantage of these. The market's just rallying and running every single day. It's just been very rare now to just have like some higher time frame setups. All right, Microsoft gave us that range break. That's something I'll be watching. That's it for when, I don't know when that'll back. Look at Microsoft. We got that weekly range breakout. I'm waiting for this. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. All right, that is all she wrote. Good stuff today. Quick work day. Good way to start the week. That's a big percentage return. 4 hour trade, right? Had a hard stop at like 5% because I was playing with a zero. Ended up getting 20. So good stuff all around. So definitely gonna call it here. Low probability day. Nvidia ended up kind of being the nicest. I mean, you can't sit in all this in a zero, but you can see once we got that break and retest over 218, the thesis behind that trade is we are going to go higher. I expect buyers to step in and push price higher. And as you can see, that's exactly what we're doing. So this is a great analysis, top-down analysis on Nvidia. We're still very bullish on the higher time frame. I was looking at this on the 1 hour and I was just seeing this bull flag set up. I'm like, dude, if we get back over this, that is a clear shot. Look at that. And that's exactly what you're seeing right now. Key level, maybe we can make our way back up to the key level. So bottom of the range, top of the range. So that was just a dot. Old resistance becomes new support and vice versa, as you can see. Beautiful. Yeah, Q's is like definitely a little bit stronger here. Q's held this lower day fairly well. 218, we're already up at 222. That was solid. And then Tesla's just trash, bro. This why I only just mess with higher time frame key levels because you just get a better picture. Like today, right? Maybe we could have saw something like that. Like I said, coming into today, I didn't like Tesla just because you're where we're sitting, where we close on Friday, you're still taking a trade between the previous day high, previous day low. So you're just dead smack in the middle of the range here on Tesla. And then when you look at Tesla the last 3 days, like I said on the close watch list, look at the last 3 days. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Right, kind of just doing this. Tesla's not really doing much. We're just sitting in between, 435. And then we have that big move to the downside pre-market. So tomorrow on Tesla, what am I looking for? That continuation lower under 416. That looks good. So setting up, but you can see Tesla the last 3 weeks. I broke this down in the weekly outlook. Last 3 weeks, it hasn't done anything. It's just been stuck in between 454 and 383. That's all it's just been doing on the weekly. So, all right, GG's. Definitely gonna call it here. Good stuff. I will break down this trade actually. I'll post that later. I'll have the pre-market plan out right when market close. I kind of got a busy day today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. So good stuff today.